Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mystery Sports Podcast. As you can see, I'm by myself. I'm not by myself today. I'm with Jackson. He's one of my mates. Quickly introduce yourself to the
Hi, I'm
camera.
Jackson. I'm 17. I'm a West Ham United fan.
Yeah, so dodgy team over here, the smallest club in London. Nah,
I wouldn't
joking.
say that.
I mean, you never know.
As of now, yeah,
As
probably.
well, probably yeah, because your form this year isn't being the best. But we're going to get on to West Ham later on in the video. But first, just a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be talking about Premier League. Um, a new I'm going to be doing every guest I get on. I'll have someone doing like their all-time 11 or a top five or things stuff like that. Then we'll talk a bit about West Ham, a bit about Nottingham Forest, United, and if we have time, a bit about England. But yeah, well, how have you been though? First off, just all
Yeah, I've
right.
been I've been good with college and everything,
Yeah,
getting stuff
excuse the
done.
bell.
Yeah, exams went well, so can't complain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think for me personally, exams went well. Just need to develop, obviously, in future. Obviously, once we get the results back, I think it'll be
Should be fine.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, should be good. But yeah, let's get into it. So Premier League so far. So if you look at the league table, obviously we've got Arsenal top. Well, we'll go through the top five. So Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Bournemouth, and City. But what have you made of the season so far?
I think it's been an eventful season.
Yeah,
It's good to see some teams like Bournemouth, Palace doing well,
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
especially with Bournemouth being in the top four.
yeah,
It's really good to see them challenging like City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
yeah.
But whether it holds up, who knows?
I mean, obviously, yeah. I think with Palace, obviously, you've got European football this year with your Conference League. So, I mean, if I'm looking at it, I think that Palace could. I don't want to say slip up. I
No,
think they won't have keep that consistency. So, like, you look at their recent results. Like, I mean, they only lost. They've only lost one this season, and obviously that was last weekend to Everton. But I think with them fixtures, let's say if they get progressed into the round of 16 or whatever, and the fixtures, if they'll be playing Thursday, Sundays, they'll be a bit. Obviously, I think they'll be lethargic and won't have that. I think they'll finish top 10. I mean, they've got the quality there.
definitely, yeah. I mean, that's a good finish for them,
Yeah,
considering they've been getting 12th most seasons. I mean, even last season, they weren't strong in the league, but they got through the FA Cup
yeah,
and won it.
exactly. They're just brilliant for them.
Personally, for Palace, I think they're going to do well in the Conference League and the league.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
as a West Ham fan, we got ninth when we won the Conference League,
yeah,
which is a good finish for us,
yeah,
especially looking back now. Oh, I'd go back any day.
yeah. I mean, you would do your first European, well, your first ever European trophy, so it's obviously a big thing for you. I mean, I don't know with Palace. I just think because the squad, I don't think the squad since Eze's left, I don't think the squad's as well as what people think they are. But like you just said there, where like when you won the Conference League, you finished eighth in the league, but you had that kind of momentum. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's more because the format's different for the Conference League
Yeah,
because they play 6 group games instead of 8,
yeah,
like the other European competitions. So you can rest your players as much, and obviously the standard of teams,
yeah.
it's not as
True.
good. It's not
Yeah,
as good.
yeah, because they play some random teams in like Belgium or something
Yeah,
every week or something like that. But yeah, obviously, with terms of like, we'll go to the bottom half of the league really. So if you look at Wolves and obviously yourself, Brentford and and Nottingham Forest, what have you made of like the kind of bottom half of the table, like for the teams there?
I think it's really interesting. I mean, Wolves need to step up.
Yeah, definitely.
They're
Yeah,
I mean, I'll get into it later on who are predicted to go down,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I really don't have any promise for them. I mean, their manager's linked away to other clubs.
yeah,
I mean, they're not in a good state at the minute. West Ham, I'll get into that
yeah. We'll get
later on.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Forest, really poor. It's mainly the owner's fault.
yeah. I think that. Yeah,
Marinakis,
definitely.
honestly,
Yeah,
shocking.
yeah,
Um, and Brentford, I mean, you can tell they missed Thomas Frank and
definitely. Yeah,
Buemo,
yeah.
Wissa, but Thiago looks promising.
Yeah, I mean, Brentford have got quite a decent squad. Like, I mean, obviously they beat United 3-1 and stuff, and I think Brentford definitely can stay up. But I just think in the coming transfer windows, they need to kind of buy those kind of up and coming players who can help them stay up in the league. I just think that would be perfect for them. And
Yeah,
I mean, Wolves as well. Obviously, the new manager, well, not the new manager. The manager signed a 3-year contract, I think, or was being offered a 3-year contract extension. and then you're sitting 20th on 2 points, and I'm just like, is he that guy? Because I think ever since Nuno left Wolves, they've been on a down or a
I mean,
downward spiral.
who was
Really.
it? Gary O'Neill did well with them for one season.
Yeah, true.
Like, he
And then,
kept them up,
yeah, he kept them up and did well, and then
and then last season he was
he
shocking.
was shocking. Then obviously they did stay up with the new manager now, but
He's not got a great track record either. He's
exactly.
like how many clubs? I don't know how many clubs it
He's
was.
been to a lot of clubs.
It's like a club every year or something.
Something like that, yeah. And I think if I'm a Wolves fan, I'd be like, you need to kind of get like, I don't know, you need to get a manager who is experienced in the Premier League. He has a decent style of football, and their recruitment just needs to be a bit better. I think you in the season, like the past players they've had like the Jotas, the Jimenez, the Neves, and Mateus Nunes of the world, and you're just like, where's these players now that are those up and coming players? Surely they should be bringing them in, because, I mean, when I'm looking at it from United's perspective, we look at, like, we want experienced Premier League players. We look at the Brightons, the Villas, the Fulhams, the Brentfords. Like, look at Brentford. They had obviously Mbeumo and Wissa. Look how well they are doing. I mean, Mbeumo's our best player this year for United.
I mean, I'm sure when Wissa comes back from injury, he'll be amazing.
Well, I think so, yeah. And I mean, Newcastle, where are they in the league? They're 11th, so obviously they're, obviously, I think they've got a lot to prove, Newcastle, and I think it's just a matter of time until they start kicking on, really. And I think the league is, if you look at the league, I think it's kind of shaping to what it will be. I mean, the only surprises for me are Crystal Palace and Bournemouth.
Everton, for me.
Yeah,
definitely.
and Everton. But I feel like Everton this season, or pre-season, where everyone was kind of expecting them to do well. I mean, I was.
I mean, watching them, because we were in the same pre-season tournament,
Yeah.
I thought they were shocking when I watched them against West Ham.
I think pre-season, it was kind of like they didn't have the players there, though, and David Moyes was kind of
not
pushing that kind of signings. I remember from his like press conference or something, he was saying that he wants new signings and things, and then eventually they did get them. And now look at them. I mean, Grealish in the side, Shrewsbury Hall, Garner, they all look amazing, and Ndiaye obviously from previous season.
Yeah, I mean, I've got opinions on Moyes, and I will get into them later on when we talk about West Ham.
Definitely,
and how I think it might turn out at Everton.
Yeah,
but I'll keep that for now.
Yeah, who do you think is going to get sacked, like the next manager?
Ange
Postecoglou, that's the same as me.
Yeah, it's got to be Ange. I mean, the style of football that he's trying to play just doesn't work.
Yeah,
especially with that Forest side.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd think it'd be different, considering him and Nuno set up in a similar sort of way.
The formation's kind of similar, but I just think.
I mean, the way that the attacking midfielders and the fullbacks sort of play, is very similar to overlapping and underlapping.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah,
but apart from that, they've just not been threatening at all under Ange.
I mean, for me, with Nottingham Forest, I think that the way that Ange wants to play an Ange ball, they want to be fast and pressing. But you look at the two centre halves, Milenkovic is definitely not a Van de Ven type of player, and Anina isn't. I mean, Anina can do it, but he's more of a wing back like kind of player, and I just think they've not got that kind of quality or that squad depth to be able to play the Ange system. And I think give it 2 games or before Christmas, Ange Postecoglou's gone. I mean, like I've said it before on the videos that I think he won't last till March. But seeing, I mean, their form now, they've not won in the past 5 games, and you're just like, with Chelsea next, I just think.
I mean, they even drew with Millwall in the cup.
Yeah, and lost to Swansea in the thing. I just think they're going to go down, and
that one then, my bad. Yeah. Anyway, Wolves, it's a shout for their manager to get sacked.
Yeah,
but I still think Ange could go in the next couple of weeks.
I think if looking at a manager who's going to get sacked, I think it's going to be Ange, and then possibly the Wolves manager. I mean, it's disappointing for Forest, just going back to them, because obviously they are in the Europa League and they're going to be doing. I mean, with Ange Postecoglou, they've lost in the last game 3-2, and it was just like, how are you losing? Whereas under Nuno, they were doing well. He kept them up from relegation. He put them into the Europa League. They looked like the whole of last year. They looked like they were going to get Champions League, but they didn't. And I just thought, I think Marinakis is well, you can't annoy Marinakis, can you? Or else
No.
you're on the chopping block there.
I don't think he's right for football with his personality
with
and
his
mentality.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I think that kind of ownership is quite difficult, and you shouldn't. No owner should be like that kind of person, like storming onto the pitch, berating the manager in front of the fans. And I think Nuno dealt with it the right way. I mean, he probably shouldn't have called it out in his press conference, but I mean,
he needs to stick up for himself.
yeah, that is true. That is definitely true. And I think Nuno's a very good manager. And obviously, we'll move on to West Ham in a little while. But what is your top 4 predictions? And obviously, who do you think going to win the league?
Well, so I think that we're going to get the 5 Champions League spots again.
Yeah,
so
I would think that as well. Yeah.
So for my top 5 Champions League, I've gone 5th Chelsea.
Yeah.
4th Tottenham.
Yeah.
Under Thomas Frank, I think they've been really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the players that they have. I mean,
definitely. Yeah.
As a West Ham fan, I'm not too fond of Kudus. I've got to admit he's been doing really well.
Yeah,
since
Kudus looked very strong this year.
City in 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, Arsenal 1st.
Arsenal in the league. I'd pretty much agree with you there. I think it will be top. We'll get the 5th place Champions League spots. However, I would say Chelsea 5th, City 4th. No, City 5th, Chelsea 4th, Tottenham. It's a hard one because I think Tottenham will do well, and I think Tottenham 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, Arsenal win the league. I just think that's probably what could happen. I just think with Tottenham, like you said, the way that they've been playing really well,
and they've done it before and dropped off.
Yeah,
but I really think with the right manager like Thomas Frank, they can push.
Definitely, and I think if they were to get knocked out of the Champions, not saying they will get knocked out of the Champions League early, but let's say they don't make it through to the round of 16, they can just focus really on the league and just try and push through getting that kind of top 4 finish, if you know what I mean.
This is what they should be aiming for.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially after last season.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I think they've got the players to kind of do it, and judging how they've kind of just turned it around under Thomas Frank, I think top 4, top 5 is minimum for them. I mean, I'd expect them to be there anyway, challenging normally. Obviously, last year was a drop off, and I think obviously winning the Europa League, that was a massive thing for him. But yeah, right. We'll go into the segment that I'll be doing with a lot of other people. Can you name what's your all-time, or not all-time 11? What's your best 11 of this season so far from the Premier League?
So
the keepers first.
In keeper,
yeah,
I've gone Pope.
I've gone Donnarumma. Why have you gone Pope?
I've gone Pope. I mean, he's leading clean sheets.
True.
Newcastle defence isn't the best.
Yeah.
And to get that many clean sheets against some okay sides.
Yeah.
I mean, Forest, it's expected.
Yeah.
A few other teams, it's expected, but still, it's pretty impressive.
Fair enough.
Considering he's played 7 games.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I've gone Donnarumma just because I think he's kind of changed that City defence were kind of leaking goals in before. If you look at the games like previous until Donnarumma arrived, obviously Donnarumma's first game was against United, and obviously he keeps a clean sheet there. I mean, obviously I know they've conceded, but they've not conceded like 2 or 3 like they were doing before. Like against Brighton, they conceded 2. Other 2, they lost 3-0, or was it? Or Tottenham, they conceded 2 again there. Whereas against United, obviously they kept a clean sheet. Burnley, they conceded 1, and I think the saves that he's pulling off are just world class, really. And that's world class keeper.
I mean, he's the best keeper in the world.
I think that definitely is.
I've not seen enough of him to make a comment yet.
I'm
sure I will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like Euros in 2021, he just looked amazing, and I think he just always kept that high standard. He's never dropped off. I mean, he might have gone under the radar, but for us, obviously, we're in England, whereas like in the Italian leagues, and obviously when he was at PSG, there's going to be more news around him, and people will be following him much more. We'll go on to. Have you played a 4-3-3? Yeah.
Yeah,
same. We'll go to your centre backs.
I've gone. This is where I said that it'd be a bit.
Okay, you go.
I've gone Gabriel.
Yeah.
And I've gone Senesi at Bournemouth.
You know what? I respect it. I've gone Van de Ven and Van Hecken. I think Van de Ven, for where Spurs are,
He's been their best centre back.
He's been amazing, and Van Hecken for Brighton is just there. He's just doing his job, and I think I was really close on putting Matthijs de Ligt in, but I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh, you're just being biased to United," but
you are a bit.
Obviously, yeah, you're going to be biased to United, though. That's like everyone.
Yeah,
everyone's going to be biased to their own club. Like you love Jared Bowen forever. Like you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's amazing." Obviously, I'll be like that with Bruno. I think he's an amazing player, but I think it was really close between Van Hecken and not Van Dijk, de Ligt, just because I think de Ligt this year, if you look at his performances for United, it's just been amazing, and it's just always been there, and he's not really put a foot wrong. I mean, even with your centre backs there, so obviously Gabriel. I mean, he's scoring that winner against Newcastle, and just the way he defends and how
he's
important
very
he is.
strong.
Exactly, his aerial presence and just that importance he does bring for Arsenal. It's crazy. Like you look at the two centre backs, obviously Gabriel, Saliba for Arsenal. They're just, I mean, they're amazing for him. What's your right back? Who's your right back?
I've gone Munoz.
I've gone Munoz as well. I think it's just everyone knows how good he is being this year, and I think
it's what Palace have been needing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for so many years. I mean, considering they had Wan-Bissaka and Joel Ward as their two right backs for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
And now they've got Munoz, and he fills that perfectly.
Definitely. Who's your left back?
I've gone Diouf from West Ham.
From West Ham.
If you don't know,
is that a biased pick?
I wouldn't say so. If you've been watching Diouf, you know he's class.
He's a very good,
especially with Somerville and the balls that he can put in. I mean, the performance against England a few months ago.
Yeah, definitely.
He's so good.
I've gone for my left back. I've put Timber there because he's played some games at left back and even at right back as well. He's very, very good for Arsenal.
He's a very, very good player.
I think for Arsenal, he's kind of that perfect kind of player there. Like he can get forward and he can defend, and he's played excellent really this season. Who's your two centre mids? I've played a 4-4-2.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can still go for your team.
I've gone a DM and an 8.
Yeah.
And an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, go on. Who's your 3 in midfield then?
Caicedo.
Definitely, yeah.
I've gone Rice.
Yeah.
And I've gone Grealish and Cam.
Yeah.
Because of the wingers that I have to play.
Yeah. I mean, they speak for themselves, don't they? They've had amazing, good start to the season. I mean, for me, my two centre mids, I've gone Gravenberch and Enzo Fernandez.
Okay,
I think Gravenberch, the way Arne Slot's kind of used him in the system, has just been revolutionary.
One of their best players.
Exactly, it's revolutionary for them. Enzo Fernandez, I think he's Chelsea's second top goal scorer. He's absolutely class. Like if I watched him against Liverpool, and he was literally part of every single attack. He was either not winning the ball, but he was getting the ball, feeding out to the wingers, getting it forward, playing those through balls. And I remember there was one through ball where it was pitch perfect, literally just a through ball, passed and just opened up the defence of Liverpool. And then unfortunately, I think it was Garnacho who was offside, but it was a brilliant ball. And if Garnacho stayed onside, he's through on goal really.
Yeah.
And you can't ask for more for that for your centre mid or attacking midfielder.
Definitely not.
So obviously you've played your 4-3-3. Who's your wingers? Because I'll go through my wingers.
I've gone for a Ghanaian duo of Semenyo and Kudus.
Do you know what? Fair enough. I mean, I've gone on my right mid. I've gone Semenyo, and left mid. I've gone Grealish.
Yeah,
because I think he's been playing quite well for Everton. When I was watching him against yourselves, West Ham,
he was really good.
Yeah, he was literally
the way he draws players towards him.
Yeah.
Leaving other Everton players in space to be able for them to shoot. I mean, they should have scored a few more.
Definitely. I think
we got lucky a few times
because they weren't clinical. They just had no clinical edge against you. And I think if they did, they definitely could have scored that 3 or 4 that game.
I mean, if you look at Beto and Barry, no chance. Then
yeah,
I mean, Barry has the potential to be good, but Beto, he's so bad.
I think they need a striker in the coming transfer window. Definitely, maybe someone like. I mean, obviously Calvert-Lewin's left, but
experience,
an experienced striker
with the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. They could do with someone like. There's not many strikers out there. You've got maybe someone like Danny Ings in his prime. They need someone like that.
They won't get. I don't think they should get Danny Ings with his wages.
They won't get Danny Ings. Or they'll probably either stick with who they've got, or they'll buy like a young and up and coming striker.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went and bought Duran.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, even then, I think Duran's not all that at the moment.
No.
I think ever since he's moved to Saudi, I think he's just obviously in Ronaldo's shadow because no one's going to start it.
I mean, Ronaldo sold him. Well, not sold him. Sent him out on loan twice, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tells.
Who's your striker? And I've obviously got two strikers.
Take a guess.
Haaland. Yeah. I mean, that's same with me. I've got Haaland and Ekitike.
Yeah, Ekitike is amazing.
I think
so good.
Haaland is going to get top goal scorer this year. He's on form. And Ekitike, to step up from that kind of in the Liverpool number 9 role, obviously we know it's how hard it is because you look at Darwin Núñez, he's not really had he's never really got his foot in the door at Liverpool or had a like.
I mean, I really liked him.
I mean,
I thought he was an amazing player on his day.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Ekitike I think he's cemented his place. Obviously, Liverpool have gone and spent 120 million. It was on Isak, and they don't really need it because Ekitike is playing really well. I mean, this is a bit off topic, but how bad has Salah been this year? Like,
I've got him in my FPL.
Yeah,
I really need to take him out.
I mean, I've had him in my FPL, and I was just like thinking, oh yeah, Salah is always Mr. Consistent, but he's done awful this year. Like, I genuinely don't think
he just might nick a goal at the end or a penalty somewhere.
Exactly, yeah. Like against Burnley, a penalty he scores, and I'm like, all right, maybe that kick his season on. But if you look at it, he's really not done much in the games. And I think is there kind of like Salah won't get dropped at Liverpool because he's Mohamed Salah.
He's not getting dropped.
And do you know who?
Because no one's going to replace him.
Yeah,
I mean, this is debate I had really quickly. Yeah. Do you think Bowen does the same as Salah in that Liverpool side?
No, I think Bowen gets more into the action. I think Bowen, obviously, he's a bit younger than Salah.
Do you think he steps up though?
Who, Bowen? Yeah, definitely. He's gonna. If he were to go into that Liverpool side, anyone on that right hand side has got a huge expectations there because of Mo Salah.
But do you reckon?
I think he could do the same job as Salah does. But
if Salah was in the West Ham side, would Salah be able to do Bowen's job?
Possibly not. No, because I think of the legs and the amount of running that Bowen does for West Ham.
Yeah, he's easily our best player.
Yeah, 100%.
He does so much more defensively than people think as well.
100%. Bowen's not just that kind of one attacking kind of player. He does get back defensive. You can see that when you're in your defensive shape. I think under Nuno, he plays kind of a defensive side. I think Bowen suits it really.
Yeah.
I mean, for Liverpool, I just think there's like not an agenda, but there's like kind of a thing where we can't talk about how bad Mo Salah is. And I think Wayne Rooney, I don't know if you've seen it or heard it, that he basically called out Mo Salah on BBC on his podcast there.
No, I haven't seen that.
And I completely agree with what he's saying because like there's kind of like a thing in the media where people don't criticize Mo Salah because he's Mo Salah and look what he's done. But I'm sorry, Mo Salah this year, he's been awful. Like it needs to be said. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans will be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, this and that. But Mo Salah, his main kind of games are or his kind of, I don't know, his playing style is to bag, assist, and get goals. And he's not done that really this year. He's not reached those heights that he did last year in the previous seasons.
I mean, he was having Ballon d'Or shouts.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely not that kind of Ballon d'Or player. Like, look at Dembele. Dembele don't do that. He's been consistent. I mean, I know he's had injuries, but...
I mean, Yamal's been way more consistent than Salah has.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I know he's much younger, but Salah should be playing that sort of thing.
Yeah, he should be. Right. Enough about the Premier League. Well, not enough about the Premier League. We're going to move on to West Ham. So obviously, West Ham, you sat 19th in the league. It's not where you want to be. 1 win, 1 draw, 5 losses after 7. I mean, West Ham have got a lot to do really to obviously improve. What have you made of your season? Like, what do you think?
So far, it's been very disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 win, 1 draw,
5 losses.
5 losses
in 7.
Yeah, but it's mostly Graham Potter's fault.
Yeah,
and our owners. I will start talking about them because they're absolutely horrendous. But Potter is playing negative football.
Yeah,
he refused to go to a fullback until the Nottingham Forest game.
Yeah,
which is where we won 3-0 against Nuno. But
yeah,
still, he was just stubborn. I liked him as a person.
Yeah,
thought he was a great guy, but he just wasn't well suited to our club.
Mm-hmm.
And the players that he brought in, as good as they are, didn't suit his system.
Yeah. What do you think that if you could go back, would you sign another manager than Potter? Like at the time where David Moyes left?
Yeah.
who would you have gotten?
For who was available at the time,
So you probably could have got someone like, I mean, Potter was really the ideal shout, really. Or you could have got
Potter
someone.
was the shout. It's hard to say. Amarin was
there, but I don't think Amarin would have gone to.
We had talks with him.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have been serious though, because like,
Yeah,
considering where he was in the Sporting, winning the leagues and stuff, and Champions League football,
it was probably just to draw in
probably other
more attention.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got the United job. So
Yeah. Do you think, obviously under Potter, do you think that the players didn't like him as well, or was it kind of like?
Yeah, I don't think Bowen liked him.
Do you think that was kind of a lot that the players just didn't have faith in the manager most of the season, or most of the time he was there?
Maybe since we went back into the new season. I mean, we expected to be bad at the end of last season.
Yeah.
There was no expectation for us to push up the table. We needed to survive.
Yeah.
And then we were going to give Potter the transfer window.
Yeah.
To
then see what
build on his squad and do better.
Would you not think he could have like I mean, you're in the relegation zone, so you couldn't really give him more time, I don't think. Like, I mean,
No.
if I was United, well, I mean, if I'm looking at it as United perspective, if we're in the bottom three, 1 win in 7,
yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, you need to get him gone because he's not the right guy. Obviously, you've got, on the bright side though, you've got Nuno in. What do you expect from Nuno?
I expect this season push up the table a bit, finish anywhere between 14th and 10th. I'm happy.
Yeah,
like he should be playing better football.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays similar football to David Moyes.
Yeah. What are your opinions on Moyes then when he was at West Ham?
Moyes,
must love him.
I loved him.
Yeah.
He was an amazing person, amazing manager. But the problem with this football is it's stubborn.
Yeah.
He plays the same system for 4 years.
Yeah.
And you can see it at Everton now. He's playing a style of football, and when people figure it out in, say, 1 or 2 seasons' time, he's going to be having those similar results that he had at the end of West Ham.
Yeah.
And people say he did well with us in the last season, but we had like the 3rd most conceded goals in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And that shouldn't be happening no matter where you are on the table.
True.
Like if Man City were top of the table and they were winning, but they had the 3rd highest, like,
I mean, they probably wouldn't care. They're probably like,
no, you wouldn't care, but it's something to pick up on. Like, why is your defense so bad? I mean, you can't succeed if one part of the team's lacking and the other's not.
Yeah, definitely. And I think even with like Nuno's system, I think that West Ham could definitely do much better. I mean, your next game after the international break is Brentford at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is kind of the game for you, West Ham, to obviously go and get that win and fully understand what Nuno wants to do. I mean, obviously last week losing to Arsenal, I mean,
it's expected.
Yeah, exactly. It's an expected loss.
It's not as heavy defeat as you would have thought.
Yeah, obviously then getting your draw against Everton, wasn't it?
He'd been in charge for like 2 days and he still got a draw against Everton, and Moyes has been there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you guys did very well. I think it was like the only concern I would have with Nuno is his defensive kind of mindset. Like, I remember it was 1-1 and it was like the 80th minute or something. You were getting back into the game and then he made defensive kind of substitutions.
It's similar to what Moyes or Potter or even Lopetegui would have done. So it's no different to before.
Yeah.
But I think I don't mind holding out for a draw there.
Yeah.
Because we still... Well, I mean, he brought on a youngster.
Would you not want to win the game, though, when you're in the ascendancy?
I mean, it leaves us open.
Yeah.
I know it might be a bad call, but if it secures the safety of a point in your first game against a team who are doing well, I'd take that.
Definitely, yeah. Just on, like, January now, obviously, is approaching. Who would you want to see to come into the squad? Like, what positions as well do you think you need to improve in to help Nuno?
I've got 2 signings here, and they're both centre-backs.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Cresswell.
Yeah.
He's playing for Toulouse.
Yeah.
English centre-back. He did play for Millwall.
Yeah.
So it throws us off a bit, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's so good. I mean, he's exactly what we need. Unlike Max Kilman, he gets stuck in.
Yeah.
He's not just a ball-playing centre-back. He's someone who actually steps up to the role. I'd say he's somewhat similar to what Milenkovic was
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
at Forest.
yeah. You just need that kind of aggressive kind of centre
Yeah,
half.
someone who will get in the way
Yeah,
and will take one for the team. So that's and get up in the air. I mean, we've conceded most of our goals to corners this season.
yeah. I know. Yeah, I
I
was
mean, we
seeing a stat on
need
Sky that you were third in the league for most conceded
yeah, but
from aerial.
from corners,
Yeah,
it's mental.
I know.
And the other signing was Yuri Bass from Ajax.
Yeah, yeah. He looks like a great player.
I mean, the through balls and the attacking mindset that he has as a centre back,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Do you not think like Todibo though could step up and do that kind of role, or do you think that?
I think he can, but it's hard to say because he's also very attacking minded. Same with Mavropanos.
Yeah,
They both want to drive with the ball forward,
yeah,
but it's whether they have that clinical end product or
yeah.
whether
I know
they
what you mean. Yeah,
get to the final third and
Yeah.
lose the ball and then we're open at the back.
yeah. Do you not think like you could do with someone like attacking wise, like that number 9 kind of position? Because I mean,
It's not top priority.
yeah, I mean you've got like Somerville and Bowen, obviously your wingers, so
So
you can't argue with them.
the way that
But
because of the way that Nuno wants to set up,
Yeah.
he wants to set up with Wan-Bissaka and Diouf
yeah,
to run behind Somerville and Bowen. So then you can, like you did at Forest, overlap or underlap,
yeah,
and it provides many options.
yeah.
But then, yes, you need that striker to step up.
I think you need someone like a Chris Wood because look how he worked at Forest. You need someone, maybe not Chris Wood. You need someone who's similar to his playing style,
Mm.
who just fit that kind of position. And
Well,
if you have that kind of person there, you never know what could happen.
Well, Nuno thinks Fulkrug's that man.
Do you think he's that man?
I want him to be.
Yeah.
Fulkrug's mindset is so good. He
Yeah.
loves the club,
Yeah,
but he's not the player for the Prem.
I think if you had Mikel Antonio in this kind of like 2 years ago under
Mhm.
this kind of system, I think it'd be
He'd
perfect.
thrive, yeah.
He'd thrive because not only he's strong.
I mean, look at Wilson. Wilson could step up.
Yeah.
He really could.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a bit older than Chris Wood. I
Yeah,
think.
but I think he's still very experienced though, Callum Wilson.
No, scored against Forest.
Exactly.
Class player.
Exactly. I think if you could definitely utilize that using not Chris Wood, Callum Wilson. Now, like look how well he did at Newcastle. Obviously Isak was going to be the number 1, but Callum Wilson would come on and he'd get a goal. Or if he came in the Carabao Cup game or something for Newcastle, he'd get a goal, and you'd be like, oh my god, Callum Wilson still got it.
Mm.
So I think
my only worry is that he thinks he's bigger than the club.
Callum Wilson.
He's one of the players who scored the most goals against us.
All right, yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you watched the Forest game, but Bowen made this amazing run from like the halfway line all the way through all the Forest players. Right at the end, as he's about to shoot, Callum Wilson just nicks the shot off him and misses.
Maybe then that's something that Nuno might.
We do also have
see.
an academy striker called Callum Marshall.
I'm not too sure who that is.
I won't go too much into him because it's a bit niche.
Yeah.
But he's a top player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been playing in the EFL Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
He was on loan at, I think, Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Last season, so that's a bit of championship experience.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, now they've gone down, but
yeah,
he's a top player, and I think at some point he could, if we don't want to play either Wilson or Fulkrug, he can step in as that player that comes on in the 70th minute, and he gives some centre backs in the Premier run for their money.
Fair enough. I mean, where do you think you'll finish then? Like, what position do you reckon, or what's the minimum kind of expectation for Nuno?
I think we should be finishing 12th or 13th.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, 12th or 13th will be, I mean, she's better than 19th, isn't it, really, or she'll go down.
Better than last season as well.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, the only way he's up, really, and I think Nuno's that guy. But yeah, we'll move on to Man United. So obviously, I'm a Man United fan, as a lot of everyone knows. Obviously, I'm very biased towards them. Obviously, what have you made of Ruben Amorim? Be honest.
I don't like what he's doing.
Yeah.
But it's not his fault. It's the owner's fault.
Yeah. What makes you say it's the owner's fault?
He just needs more backing. I mean, the blame and what you're doing, like building the new stadium, it's a massive distraction. You just need to focus on playing football, getting back to the top.
Yeah.
He's the right character to have because of his mentality. I mean, some of the squad's not up to scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you need a new centre back.
Yeah.
Instead of Luke, like left-sided centre back instead of Luke Shaw.
Yeah. I mean, with Luke Shaw, like, do you think obviously he is 3 at the back formation, he's never going to change from that. Do you think that it can work in England though?
Mhm.
I think
It really can.
it can, because you look at the people who've done it, like Antonio Conte, for example. He's a
Mhm.
prime example. He did it with Chelsea and he won the league, and he pushed for the Champions League as well. Obviously, he fell short of the Champions League, but
But it's
he
bigger stage, isn't it?
exactly, and he's won the league at Chelsea with a 3-4-2-1 or whatever it was, similar to Amorim. So I don't know why people are getting on the back saying, "Oh, his formation doesn't work and you need to change the system and stuff." Because you look at United, since Sir Alex has left, we've always played a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, and it's not worked. So why, when someone new comes in with new ideas, new system, everything changes? Like,
But that's the thing with Everton. They play a 4-2-3-1
yeah,
under David Moyes. West Ham, we played a 4-2-3-1 under David Moyes. It didn't work at United.
yeah.
And that's why I think that there's something
There's some,
bigger.
yeah, there's something that doesn't work in a 4-2-3-1. And I know a lot of people on Twitter and Micah Richards and all the pundits and stuff think, oh yeah, and even some of the ex-legends saying you need to go back to your 4-2-3-1.
No,
But
they shouldn't. You need something new.
exactly, Amorim's been brought in to do something new, and him getting people saying, oh yeah, you need to play for 4-2-3-1 or a different formation is just going to basically destroy any of the kind of um, reasoning why he was brought into the club. Because a lot of people, why probably Sergio brought him into the club was because of his unique style of football,
Mm-hmm.
his how well it's done in the Champions League and for Sporting Lisbon, and can he replicate it at United? And people saying that he needs to go not even a year into the job. Like, I think it's very harsh on him. And I know that. What are your thoughts on this? So, like, do you know, like, people say, oh yeah, in any other line of work, if you're underperforming, you'd be gone. But I think personally, football's a different. It's not just like any normal line of work. Football's different. You need time in football, and I think Ruben Amorim should get at least a full season in, so he'll have a year and a half or just over a year and a half in the job. What do you think? Do you think
I'd
he deserves
say
it?
wait until January.
Wait
Make
until
your
Jan.
decision there. I think that's the most sensible thing to do.
Do you think you should go though? Because I don't think he should go. Because
I
realistically,
don't want him to. He's the perfect candidate for
Yeah,
Man
'cause
United.
his
You don't
mindset
get
is
you don't get
brilliant.
anyone that's better.
who you sack Ruben Amorim, right? Who do you bring in?
There's Southgate and Potter.
Yeah, but
They're
why
your
would
two options, and you wouldn't do that.
exactly? And
because
if United brought Southgate in, I'd be like, what are you doing? I'd be Southgate
Same
out
for
for the
Potter.
straight thing.
They're very similar managers in that sense.
They
Potter
just
and Southgate, they play the same style of football that's very lackluster. I mean, Amarin's brought something new to Old Trafford. He's trying to do that. I mean, it's go big or go home.
exactly.
I mean, if say you are battling around relegation by December, I don't think you will be.
I don't think we will. We're sat 10th in the league,
But
better than last year.
if you do, for
Yeah.
example, he's trying something new
Yeah,
and it's gonna click.
yeah.
He just needs his time.
I think that's the main thing. And you look at, let's say we sack him, right? We're probably gonna get like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in or and Michael Carrick. They're gonna do that again.
You get an interim
Yeah,
for 6 months.
yeah,
Go
and then,
big in the transfer
yeah,
window.
and then then what will happen is what happens with United all the time. We'll sack Ruben. We'll get some Ollie in for 6 months. Everyone will be like, give him the job because we're playing really well.
They will. They actually will give him the job. Though.
Yeah, and exactly, we'll give him the job again, and then after 2 years, we'll get bored of it and be like, oh, he's not good enough. He's not well enough to get us to that next stage, and then I'll be there saying, I told you we should not have gone for him because this is what happened. We'll just follow that cycle. We'll go and try find someone new. We've already tried a world class manager in Jose Mourinho, and it's not worked, or it worked for a little bit. We tried the new system with Eric Ten Hag. We tried the legends.
He's shocking.
Ten Hag's shocking. I mean, I thought.
Look at him at Leverkusen. Oh my god.
I mean, Leverkusen was harsh on him, and I think Ten Hag. I mean, I made a video on it before. I think Ten Hag's just like, it was very unfair for 3 games and then to be sacked.
Yeah, 3 games isn't enough time, but he's still shocking.
I think
he's not the right fit to replace Xabi Alonso.
No, I just think with Ten Hag, he's gone from United now, and I'm not bothered about him. He can do whatever he wants to in terms of football. I just think with United, we definitely need to keep that kind of the system, maybe tweak it a little bit. Instead of playing a 3-4-2-1, play a 3-4-1-2. So we have two strikers, one Cam and play Bruno in his favourite position,
Yeah.
and then two centre mids, Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro.
He refuses to play
But-
Kobe Mainoo.
Well, exactly, and I don't know why. And I think Kobe Mainoo, everyone knows his quality. What do you think?
He could go to most teams in the Prem.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like,
think he'd walk into a
At
lot
West
of
at
sides.
West Ham, I would take him any day of the week.
Yeah,
If he'd come here,
Exactly. He would play in that 4-2-3-1. He'd play that kind of CDM kind of position, but
Well, I
more
mean-
of a centre mid,
I mean,
a box to box kind of
I
player.
mean, Nuno's preferring like a, I don't know, sort of a 4-1-4-1,
yeah,
where he'd play
a bit like City.
he'd play higher up where Paquetá plays or Fernandez plays for us. But
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, with your midfielders, Paquetá and Fernandez, they're brilliant. I think
Yeah.
that Fernandez was a brilliant signing last summer, and I mean Paquetá, we know how good Paquetá is. But just to go back on talking about number 10s, what are your opinions on Bruno then? What do you think? Like he
he's
should be doing?
world class player.
Yeah,
I just don't think that everyone in your side is world class.
that's I think that's a huge thing for United. I think United just need to sign those kind of players. Maybe not world class players,
Not all of them.
but Premier League
Mhm.
proven players like your Cunhas and your Mbeuemos. I mean, Shesko, what do you think of him? Obviously, with two goals in two really. What do you think of his kind of form at the moment?
I think he suits the Prem.
Yeah,
But I do want to say one thing, is that when he was linked with Arsenal, he wasn't rated as much.
yeah,
And now obviously he's gone to United. You're all raving about him.
yeah,
I mean, I think he can step up.
yeah.
Whether he competes and does that in the Prem, who knows? Time will tell.
I mean, he's still got a lot to do, really. I mean, look at Haaland. I mean, you can't really. Haaland's a different kind of breed.
No one
of
can
player.
compare to him.
But
I mean, Gyökeres is doing really well
yeah,
for
definitely,
Arsenal.
Yeah.
But to get to Haaland's level, there's no chance.
Yeah, and I think with Shesko, I think it's more of like he needs to just kind of make sure he's consistently scoring. I mean, obviously it's 2-2 for him. I just think at the moment he needs to kind of build on that. And I mean, with Liverpool next, if he can grab a chance, like I think we'll get battered from that really. And I just think that with what could possibly happen, Shesko will. He just needs to keep scoring.
There's not been
And-
enough time to really
Yeah.
judge him.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's why I'm struggling to think of what to kind of say for him because he needs more time. He needs that season. Like, if he sinks the gaff out and plays like Højlund, then you're like, all right, he's not that good of a striker, and United have still got another problem with number 9.
But Højlund did
But-
well in Europe.
Well, exactly.
And everyone was saying that you could keep him, and people wanted to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And now he's doing well at Napoli.
I think with Højlund, it's just that kind of thing that he's gone away, and I think the Premier League, he's just not suited to the Premier League. He's not that
No.
player who's suited. I think maybe because he's at Napoli, it's a bit of a slower league. And you look at when he was at Atalanta, he's banging in the goals there.
Even McTominay.
I mean, McTominay was a good player for United. He just wasn't that standard to keep us fighting, if you know what I mean.
And now he is.
Oh, yeah.
But
Wait.
it's different leagues.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you think that United will finish this year? Just to round it up.
9th.
9th.
I'd say 9th.
I think we might get top 7.
Would you take 9th?
Yeah, I'd take 9th, yeah. I mean, it's not Conference League, is it?
No. 8th would be Conference League.
I'd take 9th and a good run in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Possibly win it if we can.
I mean, I'd hope West Ham get a good run. But
mean,
who knows?
You need a good run in the FA Cup. I think a lot of teams, I think everyone's like, yeah, we need a good run in the FA
Everyone
Cup. at the
can
moment.
succeed off it.
Exactly. But yeah, thanks for obviously coming on to
Amazing,
the
no
show.
worries.
Definitely get you on again to talk later on in the season.
Yeah,
Possibly,
definitely. Yeah.
Definitely talk a bit more on F1 and things like that and other sports. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
summer, I know you're a tennis fan, so we'll get on Wimbledon when that comes around next
Hopefully,
year. It definitely would be good to get you on for that.
Mhm.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Catch you on a bit.